You're listening to Get the Chip.
Prediction for the 2020-21 season. Finals prediction. Who's coming out the East? Who's coming out the West?
All right. Man, you want to go first?
Sure, I'll go first.
Yeah, I'm gonna process that real quick.
So with everything that the Lakers are doing to stack the deck, LeBron, I don't know what him and Rob Pelinka have been doing or how LeBron convinced this dude, but I've never seen Rob Pelinka, man. He's going to work. It's like Kobe is on him, telling him, "Hey, man, give me some people."
Hey, man.
He's pulling off some good trades, man. Just a couple hours ago, we heard that they got Marc Gasol, and then they lost Dwight. Dwight, not a big loss. They lost Rondo. I thought that was kind of going to hurt them, but what they do, they went and got Dennis Schroeder. They re-signed KCP. Of course, they're getting AD back. Man, I just think it's going to be tough for the Lakers to lose in the playoffs. So in the West, I'm calling the Lakers are going to be back in the finals. And then in the East, might be a little biased, and free agency is not over, but I'm going with the Brooklyn Nets. And that's all I could ask for. We get another KD LeBron finals, and we got Kyrie involved. We got, hopefully, James Harden. This is a sensitive little subject right here. Everybody's debating it every day. But if we could get James and Kyrie to go to Brooklyn with Joe Harris, DeAndre Jordan, and whoever else they got on the bench, man. That's my finals prediction right here. Today is November 22nd. I'm going Lakers and Nets finals.
Oh, bro, man. All right. All of that makes sense, and I think it's the right. I think that's the right synopsis and analysis of what is going to happen next season. But I don't agree on both fronts, and I'm going to tell you why. All right, so you know me. I was a Kobe fan when he came in the league, so I'm not one of them people that came fans of Kobe when he was winning championships. I was a fan of Fro Kobe. I had a Fro cousin Kobe. You know this.
Oh yeah, 100%.
And
you're a Kobe guy.
I'm a Kobe guy. And then naturally, I think, I kind of just followed the Lakers a little bit. Then when LeBron came on, I was like, okay, that's interesting. I'm going to watch it. So I want to see LeBron do well because at this point, I think he's a really great player. And I think the more he wins, the more successful he is, the more interesting conversations we'll have in the future about him, Jordan, et cetera, and the all-time greats. So I'm not saying this because I'm against the Lakers or I'm against LeBron. I actually think that I would like to see him win. But I do not think the Lakers are going to repeat next year.
Really? You don't think they're going to the finals, though?
I don't think they're going to the finals.
Wow. Okay. You're going to have to answer who's going to knock them off then.
I'm more worried about their team. So remember, I've seen this experiment before as a Laker fan. When the Lakers brought in, and on paper, it made all the sense in the world, and it's not the same because a lot of these guys are younger.
I know where you're going with this. You're going GP Karl Malone.
Exactly. It didn't work, bro. You remember how excited I was? Like we got Karl Malone, we got Gary Payton, and it just you can't it's something about, man, when people go out of the door and then you got new people coming in, like it's just not the same. And I know LeBron has proven, like you just give him the pieces that he needs around him, he'll take you to the promised land. Whether or not he wins is debatable, but he'll get to the finals. I'm just not confident that he can do that in this West coming up. Because look, they lost Avery Bradley, they lost Rondo. I don't know how Dwight Howard ended up leaving. And I'm not saying that these people are necessarily like big pieces of the team, but they have their roles at different parts of the season. JaVale McGee, I didn't even see what they got back in return. So just doing that, regardless of bringing in Marc Gasol, which I think is one of the most skilled 7-footers we've seen, like his brother Pau, this ex-Laker Pau Gasol. I think Montrez, he's just, I think he's just a monster. I'm not a fan, but I just never seen a dude kind of like that.
Montrez
in a long time.
Is a beast, man.
Yeah, and then they brought in the
Dennis Schroeder.
Yeah, Schroeder's going to be big, but I've also seen Schroeder play, and it's not this. You can't. I don't want him to be a prisoner of the past, but I've just seen different sides of Schroeder. I've seen him come in and just destroy, but I've also seen him be okay taking a backseat to a strong personality. I saw it with Russ and Schroeder, and then obviously again just most recently. So I'm just not sure that Schroeder will play necessarily to his potential if you got a polarizing figure like LeBron. So I just have I think all those things, and LeBron is, we're dang near about the same age. I ain't LeBron. I never will be. Can't do what he is or anything like that. But even just looking at NBA players at these ages, like this is when you get just weird. No one touches you, injuries and things like that. And I just think they have to be very fortunate that if LeBron stays healthy or even plays at the level that he can. So just all of those variables makes me feel that it's just not going to be plug and play.
But I have to ask these questions about that though.
Okay.
Throughout the bubble playoffs, the Lakers guard play was super suspect. But then Rondo came up big towards the end, right? Like he elevated their guard play, helped them win.
Yeah.
Now you're going to have better guard play. You're going to have Schroeder coming in, and I feel like it's a role to fill there because their guard play early in the bubble wasn't very good. That was their Achilles heel, and that's why I actually thought that teams had a shot to get them out of there in the bubble. But I think that he's going to play a big role. KCP, man, he surprised me. I don't think KCP is that good, but he was arguably, him and Rondo were fighting for like the third best player in the bubble. He had some big shots.
Yeah, KCP, we talk about he gets buckets, he serves. But I just don't feel that Schroeder, he seems, this is all speculation just from what we see, 0.1% of what we see of a team dynamic on TV. Schroeder seems so much like a team guy. I don't think that he's going to ever challenge LeBron. Not who LeBron is or his greatness, but there's times when, the point guard, when you have a superstar like LeBron, where you got to, like Rondo could do it. He was comfortable doing it. Like, no, I got you, LeBron. I'm going to bring it up. Schroeder's not going to do that with LeBron. So that's why I'm just not sure that will work there. So that's why I can't give it to the Lakers. Actually, so out of that crazy, I can't believe I'm even saying this, dude. Of all the years we've seen this team and the NBA, I honestly think Denver is going to make it to the finals this year.
Really? The Nuggets? I'm not going to lie, Jamal Murray was balling. Like, he was I know everybody's going to get mad at me for saying this, but I was having Kobe-esque feelings about Jamal Murray in the bubble. Like some of the buckets he was getting, like the gusto, the confidence he had to take and make some of those shots. It was crazy, man. He was balling, especially when him and Mitchell was going back to back. Oh my goodness. That was some of the best basketball that I have in recent memory. Of course, I have like recency bias, but dude, Jamal Murray was balling. It was unbelievable.
And towards the end, he was hobbled and on one leg. So, and everybody on the squad wasn't good and healthy and everything like that. So honestly, I got to give it to Denver, and largely it's because to me they have a complete game. They don't have any massive big names or superstars like that, but I'm gonna give it to Denver. And anytime we see a team that plays well together, the last team I saw do this, it's not the same. I'm not comparing them. The last time I saw a team have their core of players that didn't change, that didn't trade in or out, but they actually got better every year, was the Warriors.
Yep.
The last time I saw a team do this. So that's just the way I view basketball and what I've been watching the last few years, man. I think it'll be Denver. So that's who my West pick is. The East pick, I'm gonna make it simple. Actually, I think for the same reason, it's gonna be the Bucks. I think the Bucks have, by picking up what's his name? Holiday. Was it? They got Drew. Yeah,
they got Drew Holiday.
I think picking up Drew Holiday, so far looks like their team hasn't changed a ton. What wasn't Wesley Matthews who's on the Lakers now? Didn't he just come from? I think he just came from.
Wes Matthews is on the Lakers now.
Okay, so that's the only big name that I feel like they lost. Of course, they lost George Hill, which we talked about that before. We need to make a segment about that one. I just feel like I feel like the Bucks are probably going to do it. I don't think the Nets is going to work. Even whether you get James Harden or not, I just the talent is there. I just don't know how to work with a healthy KD and Kyrie on the same team. So yeah, I'm going Denver West, and I'm going Bucks.
So Denver and Bucks, and then I'm going Lakers Nets.
Yeah, that's my line.
We hope you enjoyed this episode. Be on the lookout for the next release as we drop new content multiple times a week. Or you could just subscribe so you make sure that you don't miss it.